Okay, so this will be a brief demo on how to use the level editor. First thing is that it can't go full screen. You can make it go full screen, but it will show you some things that aren't designed to be on there. This is kind of a beta version of it. It's functional, but it won't prevent you from making some mistakes, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. So you see along the bottom here, these are all your paint tools and how you can modify the level. For the first 7 here, I guess 8 including this one, you can click on the bottom and then click and drag and paint as you see. You can delete tiles or paint them back to gray. So for example, let's say we want to do a blue here and a blue here. We set the terminals, the starting and the ending. You have to click on the tile to do that, so you select start and then you click here to set as the start. Do the same thing for the end. One of the things it won't prevent you from doing is putting a start on a tile that's not actually a colored element. So if I click on start here, it'll actually let me move it here. It'll only let you put one start and one end, but you have to make sure that you've got them on the actual colors that you want. Okay, for the power-ups here, black hole, wormhole, and superconductor, this is for if you want a particular power-up to exist on the board when the level starts. So for example, we can throw a black hole here, superconductor here. Now for a wormhole, you have to make sure that there are 2 and only 2 wormholes on a level if you want to use them. Obviously, if you only have 1 wormhole, it's going to mess up, and you can't have more than 2. Okay, so if I want to put a wormhole, put one here and put one here. Okay, and it won't prevent you from putting more than 2, but just keep in mind you can only have 2. Excuse me. Now for the stacks here, that just lets you increase the stack. You have to click on that, and then each time you click, it will increase the stack by 1. Now, it'll let you increase the stack infinity, but for the way it's set up, the highest you can go is a 6 stack. You can't go any higher than that. That's just how I have the code set up for the levels. If you need more than a 6 stack, just create 2 separate ones. So if you needed like an 8 stack, just create 2 4s, and so on. Orbs are kind of self-explanatory. You click to put an orb there, you click it again to take it away. Now this binding, this is the new feature that we kind of talked about when we met. This locks a particular element to that tile, and if you read the changelog, it kind of explains what that is a little bit as well. Clicking clear level will take it back to start. It'll reset it to all gray. Export level, we'll get that in just a second, as same with test. Over here on the power-ups, this is where you can start a level with certain power-ups. So if you wanted a particular level to have antimatter and a blue comet, okay, you can see it when you click on them, it adds it to this list down here, and that means they're going to exist on that level. You can click clear to clear out the list and start over. Let's say you meant to click antimatter and a green comet. You could do it that way. Now over here, this is the number of moves you want to give them. So let's say we want to give them 30. And let's test out our level and see how it works. So you click test level and it brings you here. You can test out your level to see how it is. You say, oh, well, I'd really like to put something here, whatever. But it'll actually let you play the level, and let's say we go through here. Now this level editor has the old way of melding. I've since changed it in the actual game, but in this one, instead of moving the whole stack, it just moves one off the top. Okay, so it'll actually let you complete the level, and when you complete it, it just starts it over again. Okay, and you see your power-ups that we selected exist here, so you can shoot a green comet across. And I'm going to go ahead and return to the editor here, and let's say our level is good. What we would do is just click on export level. That's going to pop up a window, and as it says here, all data will be saved to the Meld Levels text file. It's just going to append it to the end, so anything that you have there previously is going to add it to the end. The level number and descriptions are kind of optional. That's just so that you can kind of keep track. It's going to write that to the text file. And when you open the text file, you'll see what happens. So clicking export will actually write to the text file. It'll take all the level data and write it, and it'll take the level number and the description with it. It'll write three things, or 3 lines of code to the text file. The first will be the level number, the second will be the description, and the third will be what I'm actually going to paste into the game. That's the 2D array that represents the level. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email, but that should cover it.